This is the Manor, a 5-acre pool in the Test Valley, and when you mention this gaff there's two words on everybody's lips: the Lord. Probably one of, if not the biggest fully scaled in the country, previously hitting weights of over £60. But for me, as soon as we booked this trip, the mission was simple: showcase as many of the other carp as possible because it holds some incredible stock, and quite frankly, it's not a one-fish water. It's now the start of August and this place is known for getting weedy. It's not your typical runs water, let's just say that. So I've brought with me some of the boys from the Atomic Tackle Consultants roster to give me an hand. This is Tristan Parsons. We call him Mr. Parko. Tree cutter by day and an absolute terminator behind the carbon. Then you've got Darren Wallace. Mr. Zig. This man's a master of the upper layers, and with carp spending 80% of their time off the bottom, he's had more carp on zigs than you've had hot dinners. But he's pretty handy on the deck too. Then you've got my brother from another, Mr. Scotty Lama, rapidly becoming known as Mr. Inevitable. Because let's face it, if he's on a water and there's a big carp in there, he's gonna have it. Then you've got James Sudderby, my number 2, right hand man. When it comes to carp fishing, this man's fished some of the hardest waters in the UK, and he ain't shy of a 70 plus fish a year tally. And then there's me. This lot call me the gaffer. Me? I don't like titles. I like carp fishing, I love atomic tackle, and I'm partial to making a film or two, which is what we're going to be doing this week. So what's the plan? We've got 3 nights on this water, and we're going to do our best to show you as many of these fish as possible. So stay tuned, because this one's about to get juicy. A quick lap with Justin saw us pegging out the lake, and with a smirk on his face he mentioned he had a brilliant way for us to draw pegs.
Number 1, boy.
Darren got the number 1 duck, chose the car park swim as that's where we had seen most fish. Second out the draw was Tristan, and he opted for the pipe swim opposite Darren. Third choice went to James, who opted for the grassy knoll, and I hooked the number 4 duck, seeing me in the study next to Darren. In true Scotty form, last out the draw, but with his first choice of swim, he opted for the game. As with any longer session, that first day flies by in a flash. The hours consumed by getting set up, rigging up the rods, tying rigs and finding and baiting spots. And before we knew it, the sun was setting and we was already heading into our first night. And let's just say it didn't take long for the action to kick off.
Second bite of the morning for me. Only just put this one back out about 10 minutes ago. The first one looks a bit of an old gnarly one, a dinosaur. This one's just plodding away nicely. So on the whole, we've not done too bad this morning. This is my second bite. Looks like James over there's had 2 bites as well. Trista's had 1 during the night. Lee lost 1 during the night. Not heard from Scott yet. So we're doing alright for an opener. But we've got full faith in these grabbers. And that is 2 for 2. That was gonna be. Really need to get that.
Come on. Come on. Yeah. In the weed. Yeah, boy.
Hand grenade business.
Fish number one for me, 25 8 mirror. The perfect start to our little trip here at the Manor. A quick few snaps of this nice clean one. We'll get this one back. And then I've got another one to show you. Fish number 2 of the morning. And here's number 2 of the morning. Touch smaller, just over 20. A lovely little pretty one. Perfect little micro scales down this flank. Again, that is right up my street. Nothing wrong with these. I'll slip this one back, get the rod out again. It could even be chance for one more this morning, I hope.
Well, I'm going to do this one really quickly because I have got to get round the boys. I don't really want to keep fishing nets. Really quickly, there's my efforts from the morning. 27.5 pound. Definitely lost one a bit bigger last night. I think it was a common, but that 100% makes up for it. Literally a couple of snaps and then I need to get on my toes. Got to go round to James, he's got one in the net. And Scotty's got one for me to do, and then I've got to get the rods back out. Always a joy when you're filming and trying to fish. Yeah, boss.
Right then, first morning success. Been a mad hour for everyone. This little one led me on a mad chase out there. I had to have Lee on the bank with one of my other rods. I had Darren in the boat with me. It's carnage. So yeah, I was glad to get it in, to be honest. But testament to the line and the hooks, it weren't coming off. Mad.
I've just slipped that second one back. And Lee was going to go and do Scott's fish for him. I said, I don't reckon you're going to make it very far, mate, because they're slicking up on this spot. And yeah, lo and behold, he's just finished with Scott and we're away again. This one has actually buried itself in some weed though. So I'm just going to keep a little bit of steady pressure and hopefully pluck it out. Or we might have to get in the boat. Tree hugger. Still holding strong. Cheers, dude. It's sketchy down there. We're on the move. Oh, Scott, she's coming. She's coming, 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 she's coming.
With this fish safely rested in the net, I left the boys to secure it and unhook the fish and get the rod back out, and I popped round to process James's fish. By the time I'd got round there, he'd already let the smaller of the two go, so there was only one for me to film and photograph.
What am I talking about? Decided to put one off the baited area. I've got a couple on over bait. Decided to send this one out just for a drop. Didn't want to foam it up or anything, just to fishing for a drop. One spommer boilie over the top. It's gone off this morning with a cup of tea in my hand.
Just as we wrapped up that piece to camera, the memory card signalled to say it was full, and it's a bit of a schoolboy error on my part, leaving the spare cars round in my swim meant no returners for James. It was time to run back round to the car park to process Darren's fish before hopefully being able to redo some rods of my own.
Not long slip back number 2, and from here I could see they were fizzing up on the spot straight away. And I said to Lee, I don't reckon you're going to make it round to James before that rod rattles off again. And lo and behold, she was away before he even got there. Look at that, mate. That's a proper one. bit bigger than the last two. Not weighed it yet. Look at that. It's a mega little linear. Proper overslung. Clean as a whistle. So this one weeded me up solid for a good 5 minutes initially. But steady pressure, a slight change of line angle, we managed to pull it free. And yeah, managed to get her home into the back of the net. As per usual, those grabbers just don't let go, mate. Weed bed after weed bed, holding strong.
After a mega morning running around and processing everybody's fish, I finally had some time to refresh my rods. With 2 bites on the first night coming from one zone and the other 2 rods doing absolutely nothing, and with me preempting another busy night and morning ahead, I decided to stick all my eggs in one basket. The plan will be to bait heavily, knowing that I couldn't be in the swim to regularly top up the spot like I would normally do. I sent out the marker rod, popped out in the boat to spoon out a bucket of mix. I felt like this would give me the best option of leaving the rod sitting on the spot for a long time and just maybe pick me up an extra fish or 2. The mix was simple: half a bucket of mannamunga, hemp, crushed nut and maize, and then topping up the rest of the bucket with some ISO sweet I'd had soaking in rainwater and particle syrup 4 days prior to arriving. The boilie was super soft and not able to take on any nasty smells because it had soaked up all of that liquid activator over the past 4 days. Finishing the mix with a bottle of Smart Liquid meant the spot would stay active for longer, and although baiting this way would mean that it might take longer for the fish to find my hook baits, with 3 on the spot I remained confident. All that was left to do was head back to the bank and send out the rods. I am guilty. This is the first update to camera of RendezVous episode 5. As you've seen, absolutely manic morning. All the boys got it right last night, obviously for our first night on the pond, and there was bites all round. Obviously Tris kicked us off late into the evening last night, and then yeah, absolute manic spell from about, I would say, 3:30 until 10 o'clock in the morning. It was on. Everyone was having bites, all the spots was fizzing, everyone was catching. Darren had 3, I've had 2 bites, Scotty had 1, James had 1. I don't think Tris had any, but Tris was fishing in the edge with bags, obviously for bites, and everyone else that had bites was committed over bait. So we've sort of worked it out. It's around about 2 o'clock now. We are having a little bit of respite because it was crazy this morning. And Tristy's actually behind the camera at the minute, out in the boat, just markering up and getting some spots. He's putting a bit of bait out. So I think we've settled on it's going to be that morning spell. That's going to be bite time. That's when it's all going to happen. It is still quite hot during the day. Although we've got a wind on today, there's a little bit more shade, a bit more cloud cover. It's still red hot. Mornings are the one. And I am definitely taking it easy for the next hour or 2 just to rest up, because in there, where we slept last night, me and Scotty, it is like a gnat box. The gnats get in, and obviously there's no wind, so the gnats don't get blown out. And we got eaten alive last night. So much so, we've both put brollies up, and we're going in there tonight, and we ain't sleeping in there because, little word of advice, if you do, it's red hot because they're insulated. So brilliant in the winter, but not for the summer. And like I say, they fill up with gnats, and the gnats stay in there because they don't get blown away. We got absolutely eaten, I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, I haven't slept a wink since 4 o'clock this morning, or 3:30, when I lost that fish. And yeah, it's been full on since then. So Scotty's got some bait out. He's got rods in at the minute, he's resting. I put bait out, rested for a couple of hours, and now I've got 3 rods on the spot, 2 on the same spot, 1 just off it. I did have 1 down in the margin and 1 on another spot, but they didn't do any action. So all of the rods are on the area that the bites have been happening, and the action has been this morning. It was fizzing, it was like a jacuzzi, they was out there feeding, and yeah, fingers crossed for a return of what happened this morning, tomorrow morning, and maybe even Friday morning as well before we leave. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the first update. Sorry this is going to be a little bit flicky back and forth. I am filming it on my own, so I can only do so much. But For episode 5 of Rendezvous, Scotty's got the milkshake out of the fridge. What you got? Tom Park? Oh my days. Elite. We're gonna have a nice barbie tonight, a few tins of gold. And yeah, it's game on, I think. Like I say, morning period, I think that's when it's gonna happen. So let's chill. We'll get the rods out tonight and I'll hopefully see you maybe late into the evening. Maybe Tristan will do another bite. But if not, I definitely think it's gonna happen in the morning. So stay tuned.
Yeah, it's that weed, mate. It's not helping. Well, that plan worked, didn't it? I got picked up by the bird on that as well. Yeah, good, right drop back. Birds were on there. I nearly was going to like sort of redo it. Well, think about redoing it, but I'm glad I didn't.
Go again.
Go again, mate, innit?
I just tidied it all up, reset it all again. Went to look at the barbecue and it absolutely hit the blank. I was like, what's going on? And even it's dinner time, man. Another mirror. Feels all right. Yeah, no, it's not. Number 4. There we go, quick evening bite. Fish number 4 on the same rod again. 4 bites, 1 rod, usual business. Only a small one, but they all count. Size 4 grabber on a multi-combi, bang in the centre lip.
As the evening rolled in, we enjoyed a barbecue and a few nice beers, and then right on cue, my phone goes. Mr. Parko.
Well, with having one last night, slowed up this morning, the other lads round the pond are catching. Fine little tweaks, just in the spot by half a rod length. Woken up to this one. 35 common. Happy days. Oh yeah. Happy with that, look at it. Yes. I thought you'd like it.
Well, there's my reward for running around at 2 o'clock in the morning filming Tristan. Literally, first light bite, middle rod, 32 pound. Second biggest of the trip behind Tristan as well. But I will definitely take that. All 3 rods back on the same spot, and there's still a bucket of bait out there. Fingers crossed. Just as that sun's coming up, we can get into a few more.
Here we go. Second morning on the Manor. Third, fourth bite now. Off the baited spot, switched over to a match to hatch bottom bait. And yeah, this guy's ripped off just into first hours of light. Beautiful. Second bite off the spot this morning, only about an hour after the fully. Got the rod out quick, hit the clip. Me and Tris just stood here, little show, bit of fizz, off it went. Lovely old original common, 26 pounds, beautiful.
Morning number 2 for us. Quickly got update. We've got Lee with a mega fish early doors this morning. Nice 32 linear, absolutely mega that one. James has had 2, I believe. He's had a real nice fully and a nice common as well. I myself lost one early doors, which I'm gutted about. It's the first fish I've lost this year. That wounded me, to be fair. But I've redeemed myself. Got 2 in the net down there, so it's not all bad news for me. Yeah, gonna get them out and we'll show you what's happening. So this is fish number 5 for me and the first of the morning for me. Lovely little common. All the commons are originals in here. So I'm made up to have this one and another common in the net as well. This one's come off the same rod as the other 4 mirrors yesterday morning. And they've all come off the same rig, and more importantly, the same hook. Lovely fish. Proper rudder on that one. Right, as soon as I got that rod back out, I actually had a bite of another rod for a change. And this was the culprit. Second common, second fish of the day. Pretty little one. They all count. I'm going to try and work my way up to some of these bigger fish, like what Lee, Trist and James was having. So fingers crossed, we'll get it back out. And there might be a chance for one more this morning.
What's happened, mate?
I thought the morning period had passed. It's now about 11 o'clock. And most of our bites so far have been between 4 and maybe 10, I'd say. So I was just having me breakfast, minding my own business. The banker rod has rattled off, very unexpectedly. So we've got one in the net down there, which is a good common. And I just said to Lee, I'm going to chuck that rod back out, just in case, you never know. I hadn't even got the rod back on the delk. I was just trying to sink the line. And it's pulled up in my hand, and we're away again. I can't believe it. As quick as that. There's always a chance. Bite time's never over. We just think it is. So we're on 4 mirrors yesterday. We're currently on 3 commons this morning. What's the betting we're going to make it 4 and 4? Yeah, boy! Well, I thought bite time had finished. I think everyone else thought it had finished. Everyone's done their rods again, but I've left mine out and I started cooking my breakfast. And it's gone off. And this is the first one. I've been playing the numbers game, and finally, I've had one of the better ones. 33 common. Look at that. That is absolutely mint. Proper chuffed with this one. So that 33 common was unexpected, but what was more unexpected is what just happened. So I got the rod back out, it's just sinking the line and setting the reel handle, and it's pulled off in my hand. Didn't even get it on the delk, and this is the result. A lovely coloured mirror. Take a look at that. Another gorgeous fish from this place. And fish number 8, I think. I've lost count now. Just goes to show though, there's always a bite to be had if there's a rig in the water. Or on the drop, yeah.
Right, third bite off the spot. Decided to leave the rods out this afternoon. It's definitely fizzing going around this afternoon, and yesterday afternoon as well. Took advantage. Yeah, about 3 o'clock. This one's busted off. Beauty.
Go on, Parko.
Well, it's the second morning that I'd been over my spot. Something weren't right. Little tweak, change of a bit of colour, leaving the rods out, not interrupting them. And this afternoon, this one finally decided to slip up. So we'll take that, that's 2 spots rocking now. Let's hope we can repeat it.
Going into that final night with the spots well and truly rocking, we all kicked back and watched the show. Endless fizzers, multiple shows, and as darkness crept in, it wasn't long before I was dragged out of my bed.
There we go. I had one target in mind for this trip, and that's to catch one good one. And I had that yesterday morning with that 33 common. But on the last night, in the stroke of midnight, got this pucker 31 mirror. Absolutely proper happy with this. Fantastic trip for me. Fish number 9. Same spot, same rod. Actually changed the hook this time round though. Size of the rudder on it. Well, it's the last morning for us. Oh, didn't I? It's because you put it in my head. You put it in my head. Last morning for us. I've got 2 more to show you. Firstly, it's cracking fish. Probably just under 30, I reckon. 28, maybe 29. Off a different rod this time. Sneaky little margin rod, about an hour ago. And then quickly after that one went, the banker rod went as well. And that one's a little bit special. Absolute great 72 hours. Like, you can understand why you think they're massive when they've got deep water, f***ing rudders like that. Now, how about that for a way to finish? Proper special one, this one. Last fish, number 11. Such a cool one. Proper stoked. Couple of snaps, get her back. I'll finish packing up. And then I think Mr. England might have the last sign off for us. Such a cool one. I only wanted one special one on this trip, but I think I can safely say I've come away with a handful. We may not have caught the Lord, but we caught some incredible fish, and we will definitely be back.
What a fitting end to RendezVous 5. The boys have had an absolute carve up. This one was the last bite for me this morning. Nice common, not gonna weigh her. Quick couple of snaps. Boys, you wanna jump in? As we say on RendezVous, on to the next one, somewhere else, with someone else. RendezVous, baby. Bosh. Quick couple of snaps. He was going to jump in the back, wasn't he? I knew he was going to do that. You knew he was going to do that. I knew it. I knew it. I could hear him creeping in the bushes. That's the sling and my trainers.